show you the new army builder, um, just to get your feedback before I kind of release it. It's got a lot more validation in and formulas now to take consideration of all the new characteristics that we're putting in. I also wanted to be able to just have one sheet with all your army references on as well, so all the characteristics and the adjusted save modifiers and all that kind of stuff. So let's just crack on and see what we do. So this is what it's going to look like. So typically all the validation where you do something incorrectly, it'll all be highlighted in red. So first thing off, we need to be able to pick an army. So just from the list of values, we can just select an army from the list. And that has basically gone off and create some sort of mandatory steps that it needs to do. So for instance, the elf victory medal adjustment's been applied. So we're down to 0 victory medals. So we would have got 1 if we just do that back again. So we've gone back. So we would normally have 1. The adjustment for elves takes it back down to 0 to start off with. So, but it also tells you that as well, so you don't double dip. Um, Next thing is to look at the leaders. So again, this has been expanded to take consideration of all the leader types. So now that wizards will be just treated as another general, and also the fact that we can now give the leaders a monstrous mount, which gives us more sort of flexibility for adding monsters to the list without putting them in the main army. So if we just try and just use an example high elf army, just set one up. So let's start off with the general. So we have to select whether he's either going to be on foot or mounted. If we just start off with a foot example, we can indicate whether he's detached or not. So in this case, he's going to be a detached. Yep. And then these are all the characteristics we can give him. So we can make him a major hero, senior brilliant, or a wizard. So let's make him a wizard in this case. Okay, so there we go. So he's populated his save, gives you total victory points, and also the total points to his cost. Okay, so let's try and mount him on a monstrous mount. So let's try and put him on a dragon. So here, monstrous level 3. Right, so first thing up, he can't be on foot. He needs to be mounted. So that's validated for us there. So he's now a mounted general. We now put in the dragon's abilities. So he has. So it's worth just pointing out that he's populated the total victory points as 200 there. So when we put in fly, it makes it up to 230. So again, all of the characteristics have got an associated cost value. What else has the dragon got? So he's got terror. What else? Anything else? He's got none of the special elven characteristics either. And so that's basically it. So for 331 or 21 points in old money is that we've created our general. So if we just crack on with some units. So we've kind of got longbowmen, the elf archers. Number 1. So it's worth saying at this point we need to indicate whether they're core or not. So if we say it's not core, then it's going to validate to make sure we haven't picked enough core choices. So it tells us what core and what non-core that we have. So obviously it's we haven't got 2-to-1 core there. So longbowmen are core. So let's just change that back. So it's a core. So these guys they will have hatred of dark elves, and they're also got elven eye. Okay, so there you go. Creates the save, total victory points, and the total points. If we just create a spearman out unit, just put one of these. He's got hatred dark elves. Again, as before, but basically the characteristics now are populated. So when you print this out for your game, then everything's presented for you. Just to prove that this works, if you then put in some Phoenix Guard, so what are they? They are Billman. You've got one of those. They're also veteran, and they've got a 200 cutting weapon upgrade, and they've got hatred as well. Okay, so there you go. 6+ save, 2 VP, 91 points. Um, and there you go. So these are non-core. So because we've got two core for one non-core, it's okay. They're all right. So that's basically it, really. So I just wanted to show you. So that's basically what's coming. I won't go into it any further, but if you've got any comments, please let me know because I'd just be interested to see what you say at this moment, just before we kind of get too far with it. Thank you.